Hey, everybody, how are you? It's your boy Black Pedro. We are Savage AF. I am going to be Shangless once again today. I just made up a word. It's called Shangless. Uh, but what's going on, everybody? I see you. Thank you for joining in. I want to wait till at least somebody came in the building, and I thank y'all for doing that. I see you, Breezy JJ's #1 today. Queen B in the house. Wendy Edwards, much love to your mama. And I'll do a public apology. I think last week at some point I called her Wendy Williams. Don't know. Bad batch of drugs. Had my mouth just going. My bad wins. Yanni Kisar, I see you, bro. Thank y'all for joining in. Sandy English, Lady Hazel May. Oh, so much love in the building. I appreciate y'all, man. We are Savage AF, and when I say we, I mean me today. It's Monday, June 28th. Very special day. We're going to get into that. I'm going to end the show. Today is a very, very, very special day. Zenat Lynn, I see you, mama. Okay, so just got a call from Shang. He was on his way back to his house, and apparently the person he's riding with, who was driving, the car ran out of gas. So they're out here in these streets waiting on AAA for some emergency gas. And then, and you know, that's going to be $195 for, you know, a gallon. But you know, he can't really be on his phone and do the show because he's waiting on AAA to call him. It's his AAA. So that's what it is, y'all. So that being said, the show does go on when it, you know, must. And today it must, because we missed Friday. We missed a couple of days last week. Some shits happened. Money Penny 212, I see you. But we're back at it, man. Let's do some shit today. Yes, Breezy JJ's. It is extremely the goodness. Yeah, that's a lot. Dezam, I see you, Queen B. So that being said, we're gonna hold it down today. Do a quickie one. But I didn't want to miss another, you know, show because we missed a couple last week. These just all kinds of happenings. Life is real, especially for stand-up comedians. We go through quite a lot. You'd be amazed to hear what motherfuckers go through just to get to gigs, get home. It's crazy. Shashawn Clopton, I see ya. RVA Gourmet in the building. What up, boo? I see you, girl. Let's do it. Let's go. All right, man. So, yeah, a bit of housekeeping. You know, we're here Monday through Friday. Typically on Mondays and Fridays, we're on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that's live on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously, which is British for the same damn time. And then Tuesdays through Thursdays, we're on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, simultaneously on YouTube and Facebook. Goody La Rosa, thanks for jumping in. All right, so if you don't catch us live, of course, wherever you get your podcasts, including SoundCloud, yeah. But wherever you get your podcasts, we there. And then, you know, you can on the YouTube page. Let me just at least throw up some graphics. Tonight's going to be a little graphic light. You know, when Shang ain't here, I go graphic light on the show. So, you know, it's mostly just this, a bar in the back, and then, you know, me moving my hands around a lot and drinking. But when you go to the YouTube page, and I'm going to throw this up for you, I need you to do this. I feel like that's a new graphic that I had never seen, but that's what it is, y'all. And the URL directly is youtube.com/c/SavageAFWorld, all one word. So, you know, I got the banner up there for you guys. You can do that. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at SavageAF Radio, first and foremost. All right, follow the show at SavageAF Radio. Follow myself at Black Pedro. It's I'm starting to get better at this. At Black Pedro right there on IG, and then at comedian Shang. Can I find it real quick so you can see it? There you go, guys. At comedian Shang. Boom, bam, ta-da. That's how you like me now. That being said, we are going to go ahead and get into it. Arkia Mom, welcome. All those who are just getting in now, close the door, class. The lesson's about to begin. Today, we're not going to end with a Shangri like we usually do because you kind of need the main ingredient, which is Shang. But today, my Black Pedro Poppin' will be the finale. Okay, the show de fin. I don't know if that's a phrase or what. I just made it up. But or fin de show. But Black Pedro Poppin' today it's a very special day. I'm gonna leave it as a surprise, and I'm gonna talk about it. But before we get into that, same old routine, y'all. Hey, and a 1 and a 2. Black TikTokers are actually striking. Some of them are over the appropriation of dance moves on TikTok. I want to talk about that. That was an interesting story to me. But before we get into that, search, no rescue. Surfside, Florida, the condo collapse. Still 151 people unaccounted for. Let's talk about it. But before we get into that, it is June 28th. Like I said, very, very special day, 2021. It's a Monday, y'all. Savage AF, Black Pedro, comedian Shang is MIA today, but we know where he is. He's not missing in action. He's just OIA, out of action today. OOA, I guess. Sorry, I can't spell. But the sentence. All right, we weren't here on Friday. We weren't able to be on. But on Friday, Derek Murderous Chauvin was sentenced to 22 and a half years for the 9-minute murder of George Floyd. Again, 22 and a half years for the murder of George Floyd. Now, I do believe that 40 years was the max he could have gotten, but I don't think any of us should have believed that was going to happen. But I was looking for, personally, 30. Right? I was looking for 30 years, a good 3 decades. And then after that, you'd be up for parole. Right? But I was looking for at least 30 years. Sexy Puerto Rican already said it, 22 ain't enough. And what's up to you, Sexy Puerto Rican? We appreciate you for being here always. 22 ain't enough. Well, does the 0.5 help? It's 22.5. Is that 6 more months? Would that help out? No. All right. Yeah, me either. Here's the kicker. As far as I've read and heard, he could be up for parole in 15. Okay. So yeah. Queen B said Juneteenth. Then his hearing, it was to pacify black folks. See, they tried to give you the itis first, some ribs and baked beans, that tater salad in you. We free, and our killers probably. Listen, if he's up for parole in 15, I'm saying he's gonna be out in 15 years and 10 minutes. All right, that's how long he's gonna be there. 15 years and 10 minutes. If he's up for parole in 15 years. Okay. That's Negro. That's my Negro Damas. Shout out. Rest in peace, Paul Mooney. But Queen B says still gets pension. I have to look that up, man. I have to look that up, Queen B. I'm not denying you at all. I'm not up on that part of it. I'm still going through the emotions of the time. RVA Gourmet said he gonna get out with a new wife and a season of life after lockup, making money off of that. Queen B says facts. So if he's still getting his pension too, I mean, this is all kind of slap in the face ish. Like he, definitely the conviction I think was a surprise to some of us, but more like a y'all best to head. But yeah, this 22 and a half years, it feels light, for the amount of time that he laid on his neck. You know what I mean? I feel like it should have been a decade a minute. I don't know if you can really do court like that. All my lawyers chime in, but if I could get a decade a minute or something like that, for the amount of time it takes you to murder in front of the entire community. Christina Brown waves back to you. I see you. Why? Like, why can't we get a little bit more time for this? Because essentially, if he served 15 years after parole or whatever, I don't think he's even 60 yet, Derek Chauvin. And even if he goes the whole 22 and a half, you tack on that 6 months, he's in his early 60s or something like that, or mid. You can still get a little bit of life in after that. Much more than George Floyd ever will. So that's undeniable. No debating that. Yeah, man, I'm, this is one of those things where it's bittersweet. The most bitter part is the death of George Floyd at the hands, while he's unarmed, or at the knee of this one cop specifically. But then, the sweet part was like, okay, they did convict him, and now it's some more bitter because, it's for what it is. It's a light sentence. I mean, at this point, I've been a comedian for 22 years, right? I talked about that, around my birthday, or even June 13th, which marked my 22nd anniversary of my arrival in LA. It seems like a long time, but it's also flown by, right? Like, I was a much different person. I was half my age that I am now. But that time is also kind of flown by, right? So, and that's just dawning on me that, okay, the amount of time they want to give Derek Chauvin is the amount of time I've been in LA. And yeah, it's been a long time relative to moving to a city that you've never been to before. Okay, yeah, I've been in LA a long time. But man, that shit went by fast. I swear yesterday I was 31 or some shit. 27. Okay. That shit flew by. So, yeah, Jack, I flew out to this motherfucker and never flew back. But yeah, so in that context for me, and I'm just live right now for y'all, that's dawning on me here on Savage AF. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about the sentence of Derek Chauvin, because we weren't on Friday. But 22 years, the amount of time I've been in LA since I graduated college, it's not enough. I graduated college 22 years ago. That's that went by really quickly, these 22 years. Now, yeah, I haven't been sitting in a jail cell playing cards or whatever, or playing shank don't shank me. But so I recognize that over the course of these 22 years, life is different in jail rather than outside of it. But like I also said, being a stand-up comedian, is a tough gig. So, to quote, life ain't been no crystal stair. You know what I'm saying? So everything has its ups and downs. But 22 years in jail or not for Derek Chauvin and what he did, yeah, man, it's not enough time. So I'm sorry, America. I really am. And Breezy JJ said, don't drop the soap. I hope Derek Chauvin gets the slipperiest bars of soap ever known to man. The most ungrippable soap ever made. Okay? I hope the rope on the soap breaks every time he goes to wash his ass. I pray for the most lathered soap of all time to befall this man in every shower he takes in jail. That, Lord, that you please lather up this man. Even when it's dry, let it sweat. Let thine soap sweat in the heat and stench of your murderous ways, Derek Chauvin. But I feel you, Breezy JJs. For most of us, we want to keep the soap, a firm grip on the soap, or get some kind of liquid soap solution. I'm not sure if that's a thing, but yes, please let bars of soap be the oiliest, slippery avocado oil soap, just what's some other slippery shit? I don't know. Used car salesman soap. Just slick, nigga. Oh, I pray Derek Chauvin gets slick bars of soap. But that's what we do here on Savage AF. I guess I'm what do you call it? Channeling my inner Shang, where I'm here asking for praying. I was literally just praying for a prison rape for Derek Chauvin, but based on suds, you know what I mean? So it's a clean rape. RVA Gourmet always got a lyrical line. I'd rather be pushing flowers than sharing showers. Hey, hey, holler at them if you hear them. Savage AF is what we are. Fuck your feelings is our motto. Facts matter. Stacy P, shake that. You know you late, girl. Come on, stop. But we saying hey right back, girl. 22 and a half years, not enough for Derek Chauvin. So may all his showers be dickful. Okay, if that's a phrase. Savage AF, Black Pedro is my name. Shang is on the side of the road right now, waiting on emergency gas with a fellow road dog, and their car ran out of gas. So, we holding it down solo again. This is gonna be a quickie one, so I'm gonna fly through the next few of these guys. This next one is on a serious note. We have search no rescue. I believe there are 9 found dead in the Surfside, Florida condo collapse, but I'm sorry. Let me change this graphic really quickly. Sorry, it's not 159. It's 151. Forgive me. Bam. Right back at you. Oh, the editing department and the hosting and the talent and producing. It's all happening right now in front of your eyes. Savage AF live, YouTube, Facebook, Monday through Friday. But search no rescue, 151 people are still missing in this condo collapse. And these are one of these processes that, you can't just go start throwing bricks everywhere. Mama, you can't do that. It's a very methodical process that they have to go through. But that being said, I think more and more we're getting information about what is obvious negligence, right? A building this young, and while it might be, almost 40 years old, that's, I'm 44, so we still young, but it definitely in terms of architecture, this would be considered a young building, right? Especially when we have structures around this planet that are thousands of years old that are still standing. You would expect your fucking seaside condo in Florida to hold up for a while. They've already said that engineers, warned of sort of critical structural damage that needed to be repaired, and apparently they was about to get to it. They had just done a $15 million assessment for upgrades to the building that they were going to hit the residents with, 15 mil. Over the course of time, those condo fees, those HOA joints, that's what it goes towards, is the upkeep of the property collectively from everybody, every unit, every house. Yanni Kisar says the building was reported 3 years ago. Now, Queen Bee, where you getting this pipe bomb stuff from? I don't know about this. I don't know if we need a pipe bomb in the scenario when, like Yanni says, the building was reported 3 years ago by a structural engineer to have these failures, and as I was saying earlier. So, and I haven't heard any reports of any reports of, a blast or anything being heard. But, much like sort of controlled demolition, you had this pancaking, this collapsing like you did in unfortunately, the World Trade Towers, which, by the way, we're coming up on the 20-year anniversary of as well. But when buildings just fall on top of each other, like on top of itself, I should say, like that, it doesn't leave as many room for gaps that might allow people to survive in. So that's a bit disheartening. Hope is still out there. Crews are working tirelessly. Families are distraught. People are frustrated. They're yelling at officials like, how could you have found nobody? And, I would hate to be a person in that position, sort of contemplating and going through and processing those feelings, not being able to go down there, um, and do anything at all yourself. Cause, everybody's instinct is to go in there and, start ripping off whatever you can and yelling mama. But there's, tons of weight down there that, in our minds, we think, oh, I'm just going to go do this, but doesn't not happening today. Roxbury, that's what you get for being late. Shang is on the side of the road right now. Was trying to make his way to the show, but couldn't get here today. So you stuck with me. God damn it. Focus. But I appreciate you being here, Roxbury. Appreciate you. So I think ultimately what was obvious, but is being played out is negligence. Right? Negligence on potentially everywhere up to the governor, honestly, because as we're starting to hear that, building codes, real estate developers, things like that, they kind of go hand in hand, and they play a fast and loose game out there, kind of, cut a few corners. And, there are just some, maybe when you're decorating a cake, you cut a little corner or something like that. I don't know where you cut corners. Maybe if you have a landscaping company and the house is on the corner, you have to, cut the whole corner and go get around to the side. But in construction, especially high rise on seaside foundations, yeah, I'm pretty sure corner cutting isn't the thing to do. Got everybody around there shook now. Like, is it the foundation? Was it that building? Is it everybody's building around here? So the sister building that was built by the same company, same materials in similar fashion. I think they've ordered an evacuation for that building as well, just to be safe. But this is uneasy shit that could have obviously been avoided. And, that's what we get when we cut corners, when we want to save money, when people want to pocket things and take budgets and, make sure they get their cut off the top. Oh, well, then you're gonna have to save on the doorknobs and shit. And, a lot of this new construction, I imagine, is like the movie Final Destination. Like, you go to reach for something and there's a kink and then it falls out, and then the elevator button don't work, and then and I don't know. It's just like all these little signs that this shit is falling apart and some bad shit is about to happen with all this shoddy construction that they'll pawn off on you as $1 million condos. While other people are pocketing the money that should have went to the quality materials or the, real inspection or the, time spent to build a real foundation. So, corner cutting, but that's what we do here in America. That's what capitalism tells you, build it as cheap as possible, as cheaply as you can, man. Like, just what, bro, we got to come in under budget, trying to save a dollar. You know what I mean? But Republicans don't want to pay for infrastructure. Buildings will fall all around their fucking head. Even Joe Manchin's stiff-headed ass looking at this, come on, bro. The bridges are falling, buildings are falling, and y'all don't want to spend any money on infrastructure. It makes no sense. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? RVA Gourmet said, I paid for an instructor to come into her new construction home to check behind the builder. Due diligence, y'all. That's what that's called. Do your due. Because, of course, the builder going to be like, yes, it's built. No, we did it. It's cool. Like, of course, they're going to tell you that. Bring in your own people and double check, man. It's like, medicine almost. You want to get a second opinion sometimes, right? Your doctor might be high than a motherfucker on his own supply. That being said, Savage AF, man, just all the best vibes, feelings, prayers for those who pray out to the victims and the families of, and the all the people who are waiting to hear about their loved ones in Surfside, Florida. Just love, strength to you. Crazy situation, totally avoidable. But we are here with you as we fight for an actual America that doesn't collapse on its fucking self. Savage AF, y'all. We're moving on to the next one. Your boy Black Pedro's here. Safety to Shang out there in the streets, waiting on gas, trying to get home. And if it sounds like a struggle, that's just the same old routine that we go through out here. Same old routine,
another same old routine that happens to us as a peoples is we create a lot of things, ideas, trends, fashion, dance, rhythm, art that just America steals. Music. Just take, that's our shit now. It's called appropriation. It's rarely appropriate, but we see it in many, many ways. One way it is manifesting that I'm not involved in, other than the fact that they get reposted on Instagram. I'm not on TikTok, but on TikTok, there's a sect of Black TikTok, Black Talk, or Tick Black, whatever. Talk, tick, nigga, talk. Don't stop. Hey, but on Black TikTok, TikTokers, Black TikTok, yeah, they are initiating a strike, and I think holding back from posting any content. All right, so y'all know these little, and this is fun. This was kind of why I latched onto the story. Is like, the videos where one of these dumbass songs on where I can't even understand what they're saying. It sounds like a bunch of kids outside of an ice cream truck, like, I wanna do it, do the dance and dance and do and dance and do. And then I just made that up, by the way. I'm a freestyle artist. But and then, like, some chick that, she's usually thick as hell, beautiful body, black chick or whatever, will come on and they do these little dances. They just be like little hand things and like dance, pump and hump, dump, dance, twist, wrist, gliss, like this. And to be honest, I can't lie. I wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning and motherfucking, I get caught up in a little thing of these videos, and then the next thing I'm like, oh shit, it's 3 o'clock. I gotta go. Shit, showtime. So you can get caught up in a rabbit hole of these videos, but it's all these little dances and it's a little kicks and thing, little pops and whatever. Like, I don't know, like, turn over here and I'm always like, where do they get this shit from? Guess what? Black people. Yeah, black women. It's black people making up all this shit. Making up all these little dance routines to these songs. It's like, your wrist, your neck, back in this, like, whatever, like, it's black people making it up. And then what happens is white people see it, they start doing it, they post on it, to the point where then they end up, a white girl will end up, a white TikToker will end up on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon or some, big platform like that, doing, failing to do the fucking, your wrist, your neck, my back is just like that, or whatever. You know what I mean? She got a thick waist with a little pretty face ass. I don't know. That shit. When they turn around in the booty jump. Woo! Do the booty jump, man. When y'all turn like that, ladies, in the booty be like, yeah. Yeah. I can't lie. It's great content for me. I'm a perv. But it's not appropriate for you to appropriate that, white America and white girls, okay? It's really not appropriate for you to appropriate that. So when we see it and they get to the bigger stage, the national television stage, and when I say they, I mean, white people, white girls, kind of just, able to steal this content, it gets noticed, especially by those who create it. So what you have is this segment of Twitter, Black Twitter, especially Black women, who are opting out of creating songs. So they're, what's it called? Thought Shit. Megan Thee Stallion has a song called Thought Shit or whatever. And this group of boycotters are refusing to create a routine to Megan Thee Stallion's Thought Shit. And apparently this is going to break Twitter, because the white girls ain't going to be able to, even though the song tells you, I guess, what to do, like put your hands on your knees, shake your ass, bend down. It's pretty informative as to, it's basically an instructional video of how to, get it. But these, there is a movement to not create, a routine to this new Meg Thee Stallion song, and then just let's see what they do. Let's just see what gets created then in this space, without the original creators, right? I just thought it was, because I hope y'all been listening, but I have been on the theme myself of, like, don't Don't put money into things that don't believe in you. You know what I mean? Like, do not watch the NFL, black people. Please boycott the NFL. I've been saying it, right? Like, take our money out of the spaces, take our time, take our eyeballs, right? Our viewership out of these spaces, take our content that we create that creates billions of dollars for these companies. Let's take it out of these spaces and see what they actually have without us. And so I really, it was probably the last place I ever thought I would see, you know, this sort of almost a blue collar revolution in terms of, you know, the working girl, the twerking girl, right? Taking their power, their collective power back from, you know, the factory that TikTok is and saying, okay, without our booty shake, without our hips, our thighs, our ass, without our choreography and our talent, our rhythm, what is your platform doing with this space? You know what I mean? How much viewership can you create then, right? How popular, how viral do you go without us? I think it's a beautiful expression and a powerful, powerful way for these black TikTokers, black talkers, tick blackers to actually, you know, behave, to take their understanding of what they're doing for the platform, what they're doing for the culture and the society, and what society's doing back to them, and saying, you know what, not right, we're not with it. So you can't have us anymore. You can't have our talent. Now let's see what you do with this song and this platform and this time and this moment, and watch how shitty you are at it, man. Savage AF, your boy Black Pedro, holding it down solo, Dro solo today. Follow me at Black Pedro right there on Instagram. Make sure you're still following at Comedian Shang, and most importantly at Savage AF Radio. Let me see, what are people saying here on the thing? Hold on. RVA Gourmet said, I remember the day my students asked if I heard the City Girls, and they said they sang I'll Take Your Man. And I said, no, that's a Salt and Pepper song. See, you don't be challenging RVA Gourmet on music history, especially when you get into the R&B hip hop realm, late 80s, 90s, early 2000s, right up to today. She will get in, all up in your ass like tissue. And I promise, like Monifa, I won't miss you. And that's the kind of shit she'll do. She'll just throw in a relevant lyrical line in the middle of a conversation. It's an amazing talent. She should have majored in it. I'm not sure why you didn't get a certificate in an RBA, but we appreciate you anyways, girl. All right, y'all. So I got to run to work today. But before I do, I am going to give you a proper ending. And as I end it, I'm going to end it a little something like this.
Hey, hey, hey. It's your boy Black Pedro, popping in, hey, 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 with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'. I'm gonna go ahead and cheers, man. If you got a glass, man, I want you to raise it up. If you're drinking something, man, put it in the air. If it's water, put it down. Kill yourself. All right, this is an adult moment. Today is a very, 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 very special day. Very, very special day. June 28th every year is a very, very, very special day, man. My little sister, many moons ago, was born on this very day. Her name is DEMECINA. I call her Dems. Most people call her Demi. She is my truest and best friend. She is my heart. I love her so much. She does not watch this show because she's a punk ass motherfucker. But she is my little sister. We're 7 years apart. I'm 44. Do the math. I didn't tell nobody your age, girl. I didn't do it. Some niggas can't do math. But we're 7 years apart, and we were close as kids. I went away to college and moved out here. So there was time apart, but our bond is unbreakable. After she graduated college, she moved out here for a couple of years, and we got to reconnect and live together as adults, and almost killed each other. But I survived her tutelage and became a stronger man. And, over the years, I've tried to teach her all I know. She's taught me many things as well. Being a brother, whether you have brothers or sisters or whatever, but being a brother, especially an older brother, is a responsibility. And I know it changed me as a young kid. I had a very bad temper, but once my sister was born, I didn't act out like that anymore. Because she was a pain in the ass, man. Like, woo! As soon as she broke the door threshold, like for 14 years, she just fucking 17 years just wailing. But oh, Stacy, it's your brother's birthday too. All right, you know, these are the only cancers we like, right? People be like, fuck cancer. I'll be like, but not my sister. You know what I'm saying? But happy birthday to your brother, Stacy P. And yeah, you know, but that being said, I just want to put one on the books for my little sis. Tell you that DEMECINA, I love you so much. You are a powerful, strong Black woman. You are a powerful, strong Black mother now. Continue to lead this next generation forward. And you are brilliant. You are creative. And apparently you're a mermaid. I love you, sis. Yo, that's Savage AF today. June 28th, 2021. We love you guys so much. I'll be back here tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure Shang will as well. But if not, but he'll be back, man. He's he dedicated to the game. He in these streets. That's what it is, y'all. So we'll be back here tomorrow, Tuesday the 29th, which would have been it's funny, my sister was born a day before my grandfather. Well, not a day before, but their birthdays were a day apart. My grandfather was born in 2006. He would have been 115 years old tomorrow, my grandfather. So shout out to you too, Pooks. Love you, bye. And we'll be back here tomorrow on my grandfather's birthday, June 29th, Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. In the meantime, y'all stay cool and stay out of jail. Oh, you know why I said that?